Hello there, Taurus. Welcome to Dragon Tail Tarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your 2021 June monthly forecast. I hope you're doing great out there. As always, welcome to the channel, and thank you so much to my new and returning subscribers. If you haven't already done so, I do invite you to reach out there, hit the subscribe button, and join the Dragon family, and also give it that dragon claw up by clicking the like button and let me know you enjoy the content here. If you are interested in a personal reading with me, would like any information on the card decks that I use in my sessions, or would like to make a donation to the channel, all those links and information are down below in the description box. So Taurus, let's go ahead and start jumping into your reading. There's a lot of movement planetarily going on for June. I'm not going to touch on every single planetary transit here. I actually made a separate video for the June astrology forecast for all the signs. You can go watch that if you're interested in knowing a little bit more about the astrological movements, because there's quite a lot of them, and it was easier to just make one video. So if you want to go see what all of those are, I definitely recommend that. But the main things that I would point out for Taurus are that Venus is actually going to be moving quite a lot this month. It starts out the first couple days in the sign of Gemini, moves very quickly on June 2nd into the emotional nurturing sign of Cancer, where it will stay most of the month, and then it will move into the sign of Leo on the 27th. So there's a lot of movement for your ruling planet this month. And we also do, of course, have a Mercury retrograde in full swing until the 22nd. So keep that in mind for making your plans, signing contracts, or doing big purchases. If at all possible, Taurus, put those off until after the 22nd of the month. So let's go ahead and get into your cards. Keep in mind, Taurus, that these are general. They're not going to resonate with everyone. And so if they don't resonate with you, you may want to check the other placements in your personal natal chart, like your moon, rising, etc. So let's go ahead and jump on in. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, please show us what's coming up for our beautiful Taurus folks out there for this month of June 2021. Let's see what we have for Taurus. And let's start out with some oracle. We're going to see what your major energetic themes are, please, for Taurus. Simplicity. All right, Taurus. So I would say that your key card for the month is keeping it simple. Don't overcomplicate or overwhelm yourself with too much. Try to keep things basic with your schedule and your routine. Don't take on too much at this time. During a Mercury retrograde, it's never a great idea to take on too much, and that's definitely what I feel for this, because it may just get to that feeling like, oh my gosh, I can't handle it because I committed too much to too many things. So keep it simple, keep it basic, try to avoid miscommunication or confusion. Because honestly, this is a time, when, there can be easy miscommunications. You might say something or send the message and it never gets there. So just double check what you're doing. And again, Taurus, keep it simple. So let's get a numerology card. Let's get a number on this month for Taurus, please, for June 2021. Nice. I really like this card. Wow, abundance is coming out. That's a powerful number too, with that doubling up of the eights. Eights are that infinity loop. That's really a feeling of being in the flow, good things coming to you and very easily. And again, Taurus, you are a sign of abundance. You are a sign of plenty and of creativity, and earthy connection and manifestation. So again, keep it simple. Stay in the flow of life, right? Keep those intentions very, very simple and direct, and just let them come to you. Let them flow. This could be a beautiful month of positive change and influx of abundance. Let's get into a crystal and chakra for you to work with this month. Nice. I like this one. The turquoise is coming up, and this is all about your chakra, Taurus, the throat chakra. For those of you who didn't know, Taurus actually rules the throat. So they generally have a good speaking or singing voice. Many of them are writers or creative people. They definitely have a very expressive way about them. So turquoise is about balancing the throat and the heart. So this is, to me, again, speaking from the heart, making sure that what you express lines up with what you feel sincerely and deeply in your heart, and making sure that those two match. This could be a month where you're really speaking your truth, saying what you want to say. I would say get yourself a piece of turquoise and start wearing it. You could wear it either at the throat or the heart, or somewhere, you know, right about in between, like where I have my little tourmaline there. So beautiful stone to help support your creative voice and your emotional center there, Taurus. Let's get into your spirit guides. Let's see which guide is coming up to help assist you for this month of June ahead. Ooh, and we have Horus coming up, one of the ancient Egyptian gods, one of the beautiful deities, the Horus, the falcon. To me, this has the same kind of energy that the hawk does. It's that far-reaching vision, you know, being able to plan long-term and kind of look towards the future, also while staying grounded in the present. Cosmic gateway, your thoughts are magnetic and powerful, and miraculous changes are occurring. I could feel that, you know, with that abundance card. Even though that's such a simple card, but there are miraculous changes. And the reason I feel that is because of that 8. Those 8s doubling up like that just feels like really nice flow. Very powerful, you know, changes coming that feel very good to you. It's not like this is like a shocking energy. Not at all. It feels like, you know, it's a very natural stepping from one state of being to the next. So this is a nice read so far. Ooh, and I just had to look at the bottom, guys. Usually I don't do two for each reading, but just had to look, and there's Ganesh under there, who I absolutely love. Ganesh is all about, guess what? Infinite abundance. Look at that. And also about breaking down challenging barriers and obstacles that may be in your path. So nice little extra message there for you. Let's get into your tarot. Let's get into your Celtic cross. And we're going to see what your full reading looks like for this June 2021 here. Wow. Very nice. I like the way this looks. All right, Taurus, so right at the center of your Celtic cross this month is the Hermit card. The same as Virgo energy, so it is very healing, inward turning. Some of y'all might be feeling like you're kind of alone or by yourself or just sort of doing your own thing, but this is offering you the opportunity to seek your own truth, follow your intuition, listen to what's right for you. You know, the Hermit carries that lantern, that light in the darkness that illuminates the path towards the truth, towards an authentic state of being. Because it is Virgo, it is also a journey of healing. A journey of healing from the inside out. So I would say that a big focus this month for you, you know, it could be physical healing if you've had some kind of illness or injury or something you've been working on, you know, healing. It could be your emotions and your intellect as well. There could be a lot of different layers that are being healed at this time. So time in peaceful meditation, meaningful solitude, and shining your light as an example to others as well. Let's get into a clarifier, please, for the Hermit for Taurus. Ooh, very nice. And we have the Star card coming up on top of this as well. So this is one of the most positive cards in the tarot. It is Aquarius energy. It's very liberating. I would also say that the combination of Virgo and Aquarius is a very humanitarian one. These are both signs that really seek to help, to serve, to provide some sort of service to others, to the community at large. They really want to make the world a better place in their own way. Virgo does it on a more practical, tangible, you know, one day at a time level, organization. And Aquarius does it by really rallying the masses, you know, appealing to the mass consciousness, championing organizations, causing and starting revolutions. That's a very strong Aquarian energy. It is also that feeling of light at the end of the tunnel, better times after difficult times. To me, it's a card of liberation, right? Self-freedom, feeling like, you know, you're in alignment with your right purpose and what's authentic to you. Going into the past position, however, interestingly enough, is the Eight of Swords. So, you know, Taurus, you may be definitely letting something go. You know, you may be coming from a place where you've really had to break free of some self-imposed prison. And usually that prison is negative self-affirmation, telling yourself you're not good enough or you can't do it, things like that. But this is really saying, it's all an illusion, and a lack of self-confidence, you know, is just keeping you stuck there. So it's about really breaking free. And for a lot of you, you've done it very obviously, or you wouldn't be stepping into this beautiful energy of the Hermit and the Star. Let's clarify this Eight of Swords, please. Ooh, we got two coming on top of this. Wow, Taurus, Eight of Pentacles and Two of Swords. This is really steady as she goes. Like, we have the 8 and the 8. So I feel like there's a lot of coming out of stagnation. For some of you, you might have been procrastinating about something for a long time, but you've really dug in and done a lot of work. For some of you, you've already made that choice to break free of that old limiting containment that you found yourself in or got yourself into. Wow. So Taurus, if you've recently come from that kind of position, good for you. I am so happy for you. And for those of you that may still be in that place of like, I've got to make a decision, I'm not quite unstuck, you're going to get there, because that Hermit and the Star is absolutely setting you free to be yourself. Going into the immediate future, we have the Ace of Swords. That is a freedom and victory card right there. It's mental clarity, you know, conquering some of the limitations that you've had. To me, that Ace of Swords always reminds me of Archangel Michael's presence. It's that very protected, guarded, but also like, you know, fighting for what's truly yours and coming to a place of clarity and victory and achievement after some difficult times, right? So I would also say, since this is in the future position, it kind of makes sense because a lot of our month will be dealing with a Mercury retrograde, which can cause a lot of mental confusion and cloudiness. And so by the end of the month, you know, as the month progresses forward and we come out of that retrograde, this could be that sort of like, you know, I see very clearly now where I'm going. I feel good about it. And again, I would say, of course, double check your communications, because you don't want to, you know, either have your messages not go through or be sent. Don't be surprised. You know, it's just the way it is when you got them retrogrades. So let's clarify this Ace of Swords. Queen of Cups. Yeah, and I think that this could be some clarity on some very deep emotional subjects, some very deep psychological subjects. Our Queen of Cups is our Scorpio queen. Scorpio is those deep, deep feelings that go well beyond the surface. It's a deep water sign. And so there is some kind of victory around understanding not only how to heal yourself very deeply, again, from the inside out, but also how to place good boundaries emotionally, because she's the one queen that keeps the lid on that cup. And I always say the Queen of Cups is about learning and exercising our emotional boundaries and doing what's right for us and kind of having this, you know, like moment of victory, like, wow, I finally know how to assert myself with kindness, right? Because she is also a water element queen. So she is kind, compassionate, loving. And so it's like you can have those healthy emotional boundaries without being a jerk, right? You know, you can still, you know, say what's right for you without feeling like, oh, I was too mean or it's too, you know, that's a really nice combo. So on the bottom, look at this. What you're focused on, Taurus, is this Hanged Man, the Awakening card. This to me is that feeling of limbo. One cycle hasn't completely finished yet and the next cycle hasn't completely started. So you're in the middle of a process of something, you know, depending on who you are. This reading obviously is for every Taurus, you know, for all the Taurus out there. So depending on what your situation is, whether it's a work project, a relationship, moving somewhere, It could be quite a number of things, but I feel like what happens with that Hanged Man, it's a Neptune ruled card. So it does require some sacrifice, right? It's like there might be something that you have to turn loose of, whether it's your ego, unhealthy pride, or things like that. And so it's really about, you know, having that pause for reflection and insight. You'll start to see things in a whole new light. But right now, you're kind of in that limbo and you're shaking free a lot of old things to go into this new life ahead. And you're very focused on making this transformation. Yeah, you're working on it, Taurus. And for some of you, it could be working on fear of scarcity, fear of not having enough financial income, fear of letting go of either a relationship or maybe a home that you're in because you're worried that, you know, something better or, you know, more or just as satisfactory won't come along. So I do think you're working through turning loose or changing your relationship to the nature of the way that you hold on, what your security center is. On the top, crowning the spread message from Spirit, is the Moon card. This is Pisces energy above and below on this read, because Neptune is the ruler of Pisces. So you had that, you know, Hangman card, and then on the top you've got the Pisces card itself. So, wow. I mean, this is very deeply emotional. It's very spiritual. I feel like there's really sort of this, this intuition that's unfolding for you. And you're understanding your path a little bit better from that more spiritual, divine connection. And I think that almost the real challenge is to semi-detach from the things of the world. I know that's not completely possible because we are spiritual beings in a body, right? So we are dealing with that fact. You know, we have to do things like feed this body and make sure it has a place to sleep and all that good stuff. But it's really getting more into the heart of not worrying about that so much, right? Instead, focus on where your path is going and don't worry it too much, Taurus. Don't get into that fear of scarcity. The moon, again, you know, is reminding you, it's a message from Spirit reminding you that you may not be able to see, you know, the whole path in front of you just yet. You may be kind of like, oh, well, I wish I could see it a little bit further into the future, but you just can't right now. The moon is a little bit hidden. It's a little bit obscured. Things look different in the light, under the light of the moon, right? That's why that card can be a little deceptive, because it's like we can see a little, but we can't see all of it yet. So it really is a card of having to trust the divine rather than always being able to see the path right in front of you. Oh yeah, look at this. I love it, Taurus. Oh my God. So the moon card is here and the fool card is on top of it. This is exactly what I was saying. It's take the leap of faith, trust in the divine. Don't worry too much about where the next step is taking you, because that's the power of the fool card, is, you know, just saying, you know what? I'm not going to worry about this. I'm going to take this leap of faith. However it turns out, I'm going to go where Spirit guides, and I'm not going to worry too much about it. Wow. Wow. All right. So let's get some advice on this for you. Woo, these cards want to jump. Look at this. Oh, yeah. Whew. Taurus, my goodness. Suggested approach is the Magician. Absolutely manifesting new things, setting your intentions. This is also a beautiful reminder that you have what it takes to create this new reality. The Magician card is Mercury energy, it's Virgo, it's Gemini, and we are dealing with a lot of that energy this month because June, of course, most of it is Gemini season. We have Mercury retrograde in Gemini, so we're definitely dealing with that. So this is really saying use your mind, use your heart, use your inspiration, your energy, and your resources to create your new reality. This is beautiful. Yeah, what you need to be a successful manifest. Wow. Between the Fool card and the Magician card, this feels like a lot of new beginnings in this month of June for me. All right, Ace of Swords is coming back out again. So I feel like clarity, victory, success. I feel like as the month unfolds, you're really going to have a better view of how to proceed with what you're doing. You're going to get the answers that you need to go forward. So right now, Taurus, don't worry about what comes next. Focus on doing you right now with that Hermit, with that star. Really live your authentic self. Follow your truth. Be in that energy, because there's a lot of good things unfolding here. What you need to know, and this is a great card, because I feel like you do have a little of that fear of like, what am I going to do financially? What am I going to do for money? What am I going to do for, resources coming in? Here's that Nine of Pentacles. So this is really a good business person. This is a very powerful card. It is about creating that abundance. You had that abundance key card there. For those of you that are working on something that you're hoping will pay off, I feel like it will. I feel like you're really going to be able to enjoy the fruits of your labors. It's hard work that leads to a good outcome. And this is one of those cards, too, that no matter what your relationship status, single, coupled, in separation, whatever, it's like Nine of Pentacles basically says, it doesn't matter, because I'm so happy with myself. I'm so in love with what I'm doing in life that I don't feel the lack of anything, And if you aren't, particularly flush with money right now, I wouldn't worry about that either. I would just enjoy each day. Enjoy each day. Be your authentic self. Work at what you love, Taurus. And it feels like that will come. That will come. But don't worry, that can't be the goal. It can't be the whole goal. Wow. Oh, I'm feeling this. This is amazing. Nine of Pentacles on top of the Nine of Pentacles. So Taurus, just take what I said and double it. Take what I said and double it. This is very nice. And that's what you need to know. That's what you need to be made aware of, is that you're working towards this abundance, or you're about to enjoy it, or if you're already there, just be happy in it. Just enjoy that feeling of like, oh my gosh, and just know that you're on that journey of self-fulfillment and realization. That's so beautiful. Hopes and fears is the Ace of Cups, right? Because this is that big blessing of contentment, spiritual and emotional contentment. And I feel like, for a lot of my Taurus folks, you're very earthy. You're very practical most of the time. And, you're saying, well, yeah, am I going to get it or am I not? And there can be a lot of hope. Like, you hope it'll come, but you're afraid it won't. So keep that in check. That's all I can say with that hopes and fears position in a read, is keep that in check. Page of Wands, because what I really feel is that you crave this new start, and there's a little fear, that may not come to pass. We all go through it. So don't take it too hard. Outcome card is the Five of Cups. So I do again feel that there is a lot that you're still emotionally processing. This is a card that, the Two of Cups is standing strong and tall, but you may still be mourning and grieving some things that have been disappointing or difficult in the past. So it really, in a way, it's that sort of like, honor your space to grieve and release, but don't lose sight of the fact that not all is lost here, Taurus. Not all is lost. You may have to, let go of a few things this month. You may have to leap away from some of those things, But just remember, you're moving towards new and better things. Grieve appropriately, but don't dwell or wallow in it forever, because you've got places to go. Yeah, Five of Swords. Wow. Whew. You may be dealing or have dealt with someone who wasn't very honest, or you may have even turned your back on a situation that didn't feel like it had integrity to you. That's very possible there with that combination. And I wouldn't feel bad at all if you moved beyond something that wasn't good for you. That's not a problem. We do have this renewal card on the bottom of the deck. That is the same as the Judgment card. So there is a lot of renewal, resurgence, regeneration, and the Wheel of Fortune. Not only is this a Jupiter-ruled card of success and greater luck, but it also includes your sign in there. There's our little Taurus bull in the corner. It has the fixed signs Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius in that. Big signs that I feel on this reading. Whew, Aquarius, big time. Could also be the air signs of, the other air signs of Gemini or Libra, but big time Aquarius. We've got a lot of Virgo here. We did have the Ace of Cups come up. No, not the, and the Queen of Cups. So there could be some strong Scorpio, Pisces. Yeah. All right, let's get into an affirmation for you. Eyes of love, Taurus. That is your key word, key theme, affirmation. So focus your eyes on loving actions and your lips on loving words. Wow. So yeah, view the world through the eyes of love. Be willing to forgive. Be willing to forgive yourself. Be kind to yourself this month, Taurus. This is a very good idea. You're moving through a lot of things. This is a powerful time. So let me know below in the comments how this feels, how this plays out for y'all. And I will look forward to seeing you again very soon. Take care.